Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us in person and virtually for Cañada College's 5th annual President's Lunch. I can assure you, I've been to all 5. This is the best 30 minutes that you will spend. These are the type of fundraisers that you love coming to because they're 30 minutes. Okay, let's hear it for 30 minutes. So my name is Roseanne Faust, and I'm the President and Chief Executive Officer of the San Mateo County Economic Development Association. That's a mouthful, it's SAMCEDA. I'd like to thank my fellow advisory board members and Luncheon co-chairs, Amy Buckmaster and Pam Jones. I'd like to thank all of you for attending this afternoon, both in person and virtually. And I'd like to thank and acknowledge our special guests who are here with us in the room today and over Zoom. We have representing State Senator Josh Becker, Joan Dentler, Assembly Member Mark Berman, City of San Carlos Council Member Laura Palmer-Lowen, City of Redwood City Council members Alicia Aguirre and Elmer Martinez Sabayos. And we'll be hearing from Elmer later. San Mateo County Office of Education board members Susan Alvaro and Chelsea Bonini. San Mateo County Community College Board of Trustees Tom Norris and John Pimental. Sequoia Union High School District Board of Trustees, Carrie Dubois, Alan Sarver, and Chris Thompson. Belmont Redwood Shores School District Board of Trustees, Suvarna Bhopale. Redwood City School District Board of Trustees, Elisa McAvoy. So in the last 5 years, we've made headway in raising funds to support students, thanks to our outstanding donors and event sponsors. And at this time, I'd like to recognize our event sponsors who have established a commitment to student success. So we're pleased for the 5th year in a row, Cañada College is fortunate to have Meta as a presenting sponsor. Thank you to Meta. Meta's been an incredible partner in providing residents with the resources to transform our community. It isn't just this luncheon, folks, that Meta, formerly Facebook, sponsors. Pay attention to all that they do for our community. We all see a lot of negative out there for business, banking, elected officials. It's really time to all of us celebrate the good from each of these different community partners. We have our Colt Pride sponsor, Chamber San Mateo County, in honor of former board member and Education Committee Chair Tom Moore and Dignity Health Sequoia Hospital. We have our Connect to College sponsors, Roseanne Faust and my husband, Jim Hartnett, San Mateo Credit Union and Swinnerton Management and Consulting. Our Cañadian supporter sponsors, that word gets me every year. I'm gonna think of something else. The Cañada supporter sponsors, that's what we're gonna call you. Alicia Aguirre, professor and council member, the Buckmaster family, Danny Gasparini and Alan Beals, Good City Company, Kaiser Permanente, McCarthy Building Companies, and Tri-County Banks. We want to say thank you to the generosity of our donors and sponsors that also are a part of this day, but they have chosen to remain anonymous. So we want to thank all of them. Although my day job at SAMCEDA takes up a lot of time, this community college district and this college, along with CSM and Skyline, are very special to my heart. And I'm chair of the Cañada College President's Advisory Group. So we're bringing up the President's Advisory Group slide. And just to give you a little background, it's a network of community leaders who support Cañada College in becoming better connected to civic and neighborhood organizations, as well as the business community, and to assist with fundraising efforts like this one. I'm not going to name them all, but if everyone on the advisory group could please stand, we'd like to recognize you. Make sure you say hello to them because they've been a part of this journey for 5 years. Our advisory group members, and well before that as well, like all of you, are here today to support students. And we are constantly inspired by hearing stories from Cañada College students who are relying on transportation support to continue their studies, to achieving their goals. And transportation is the beneficiary of today's Luncheon funds. In fact, once our students heard that transportation support was the focus of this luncheon, they put together a video to share how important this resource is to them. Because everyone, this is about the whole person strategy. We can provide, and I'm grateful to the Board of Trustees and Senator Josh Becker for the free community college bill that was passed, but we all recognize it takes more than just the fees and the credit hours and things. It takes food and transportation and rent and all the things. So the Community College District Board of Trustees started this train, and it's up to us. It's incumbent upon all of us to keep it going and provide that whole person approach to each and every one of our students here at the Community College District. So we're going to cue up the video.
It's helped me get to and from school and training and work, which all happens to be in one place here at Cañada. So by using the LIFT program, I'm able to come here every day.
Thanks to the LIFT program, I've been able to come to campus at any time during the day for my morning classes, for my evening classes, for my afternoon classes, and I can go home anytime that I want.
You know, having to walk all the way to the nearest bus stop, which can be a 20-minute walk, I can just order a Lyft to get to campus and make sure I'm, you know, getting there on time, getting my classes on time. And it also means, you know, if I miss, you know, a bus by, you know, 2 minutes, I'm not waiting an entire hour and missing, you know, a third or half my class. So it's been really just incredibly helpful.
My budget is not as rigid as it was before because, as we all know, rents here in the Bay Area are sky high. And so having to contribute at home, now that I don't have to spend that money for the Lyft or for the bus, means that I can help out slightly more at home as well. And so it's not only just convenient in the sense that I can get up here to Cañada a lot easier, but it's also helpful for me and my family's financial situation.
Without the Lyft initiatives, I would have to take the bus, which would have taken me an hour and 20 minutes to go from Burlingame to Cañada College, which basically eliminates my time of studying in that regard, but also doing other types of things. With the Lyft initiatives, it also gives me that ease of not worrying about when I have to travel, but also how can I cover it. So I would be spending around like $120 a week, specifically traveling from Cañada to then even Skyline, depending on that week. And not having that worry, I don't need to worry specifically for a second job, but also I don't need to worry about, you know, do I have time for it?
Pretty difficult for me to come here. I'd have to find other money other ways out of my own pocket. As an international student, I always already pay for classes, rent, food, all that stuff. So it'd be another cost on top of everything else. So it'd be quite challenging to make that work. Or I'd have to rely on other friends to come and get me in and take me back and stuff.
I would get up early, walk to the bus stop, take that bus all the way to the bus station, and then get a different bus. And that would be twice, so in the morning to get here to campus and at night.
These are a few of the testimonials from students who have used the LIFT program. Your donation will help many more students to get from their house to Cañada College. Thank you all so much for being here and hearing the students' testimonials, and we look forward to your support.
So let's give it up again for Jaime Dubebe Fong, who led the students to create this video. Jaime, where are you? There you are, you're right in front of me. Awesome, awesome job. And we'll be hearing from Jaime in a few moments later in the program. But the fundraiser today is really geared towards creating the dollars, actually donating the dollars, and I'm going to ask all of you to open your wallet again, to support a program that helps students with on-demand transportation to get to and from campus, to attend classes, support services, and avail themselves of one-on-one tutoring or the campus food pantry. The program also helps students get to work, whether it be to their jobs on campus or from Cañada to jobs throughout the community. This afternoon, we're coming together to provide the funds to be able to continue this on-demand transportation. It's going to help alleviate the financial hurdles and daily stress, which allows students to focus on their education. With the support from our community over the last 5 years, we've raised more than $150,000. Again, $150,000 to provide our students with assistance needed to continue their academic journey. We're 2/3 of the way there with this year's goal, and we're hoping you're going to bring us all the way home with another third to go. It is now, before I bring up the president of Cañada, I want you to do a little exercise. Anyone that has ever attended class or an event or a special occasion at Cañada, please stand up. So there are just very few folks sitting down. Talk to them, engage them, make sure that they come back. And without further ado, the president of Cañada College, Kim Lopez.
Oh, thank you so much, Roseanne. I really appreciate that. Was a beautiful introduction. And I also really appreciate all of you who are joining us this afternoon, both in person, which I call roomies, and where is the camera? There we are. And our Zoomies that are out there as well. We can't see you, but we know you're there. All right. I got to stick to my script. So here we go. Make sure I'm on. So let's see here. I have a lot of information to share with you about transportation services that we're providing at Cañada College and why it's going to be so important for you to help us. So for the past 5 years, we've come together, as Roseanne mentioned, to raise funds specifically to help students with their essential needs. So before the pandemic, we provided a hot meal to our students in need, and it was once a day at our local dining services. And then when the pandemic hit, we transitioned and we provided students with Tango cards, which provided between $75 and $150 a month at either Safeway, Walmart, or Target. All right, so that was all through the pandemic. In addition, we provided our students with Chromebooks and hotspots, and even emergency housing for students who were in need. So we've learned that as we've continued to identify innovative ways to help our students with daily essential needs in order for them to continue their education, we learned something new, actually, coming back as we started bringing all of our students, staff, faculty, employees back over the past year, that as we began our phased-in approach in the spring, we learned that many of our students were excited to come back and take classes in person. And yet, getting to campus was truly difficult for our students. So we decided to try something new. I'm going to make sure I'm up with the slides. And so what we decided to do is to utilize $100,000 of our higher education emergency relief funds, these are known as HERF funds, to launch a pilot program that offered our current Cañada students one free round trip ride per day to and from Cañada. So this program is intended to help address transportation needs by providing on-demand rides for our Cañada students. The program is made possible through a partnership between Cañada and the Lyft ride-sharing app. So the popularity of our transportation service has steadily increased from the spring to summer. And as of this fall semester, we have seen a 300% increase. And this is just since July. We started the pilot in April. We have logged in more than 5,000 total rides, 226 unique riders with the average cost of $23 per ride. As stated in our 2022 through 2027 Educational Master Plan, our college goal number 1 states that access to relevant and transformative student services and instructional programs are to be inclusive, diverse, equitable, and anti-racist. Under the same goal, we state that the college will continuously assess our processes and remove barriers to access, success, and completion. So from this slide, you can see that more than half of the students that enrolled in our transportation program are our Latinx students. And the demographic continues to increase for our Black and Indigenous people of color student population. On our rider heat map, that's what this is our rider heat map. You can see that the most popular pickup and drop-off locations are in our immediate service areas of Redwood City, North Fair Oaks, East Palo Alto, and Bellhaven. In addition, we surveyed our students just recently, and we found that this program is working and that students are 95% extremely satisfied or very satisfied, and that 100% would recommend it to fellow students. The pilot program has exceeded our expectations, so much so that we are in need to raise funds today to continue this program. With this, we are looking to meet or exceed our goal of $50,000 to support students for reliable on-demand transportation to campus. Not only has this been a motivator for students to return to campus, but it has also helped us significantly with our college recruitment efforts. So we can continue to share how your support helps our students to accomplish their goals, but nothing compares to hearing from one of our students. Here to share a firsthand perspective is our Cañada College student and Vice President of our Associated Students of Cañada College, Jaime Dubebe Fong.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for coming here. My name is Jaime Andres Dubebe Fong. I'm a student of Cañada College and Vice President of the Associated Students of Cañada College. Being able to speak with students and have so many testimonies and so many experiences about the LIFT program has been really eye-opening, in the sense that you get to understand how each student have a different story and how the LIFT program kind of brings everyone together in order for them to get education. Again, we saw a few here on the video right now, and those are just a few of the testimonies of so many students that rely on the LIFT program. Great example right here that is here present, my friend Anthony, hitting on that table right there. He is also part of the Associated Students of Cañada College, and he's part of so many clubs and so many activities. I've never met someone as busy as him. Like he's killing it, yeah. And for him, the LIFT program has definitely helped him relieve a bit of all the work that he does. As he stated on the video, without the LIFT program, it becomes a 2-hour bus drive that will definitely either affect his activities here on campus and his studies as well. Again, these testimonies and these stories, each one is different, and we want to be able to support each of the students. For example, there was a time that I used to live in East Palo Alto. I had to take a class here at 8 a.m. class, and I had to wake up at 5 a.m. to get to take one bus very early in the morning. And if you ever taken the bus here in the Bay Area, you know that it's not always reliable. Sometimes they're gonna be earlier, or sometimes they don't even show up at all. So you're just standing in the station 5 minutes before you're supposed to arrive, just looking one side to the other, waiting for it, and then you realize it might never gonna come. And missing those lectures definitely impacts the quality of the studies of each one of our students. So looking today for what we're trying to do and what we're trying to achieve is getting education to as many students as possible. These are your future engineers, your future doctors, and basically your professionals on the tomorrow, if they can have access to education. Transportation is a huge part of it, and that's what we're trying to tackle today. So when donating today, please think not only for the community as a whole, but for each individual case and what that person will bring for tomorrow. Because for all of us, the LIFT program is not a commodity, it's a necessity. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jaime. We really appreciate your sharing your story. And one thing I failed to mention is even though we have 226 students that are currently using the LIFT program right now, we have 500 students that are registered for it, right? So at any point in time, this is affecting 500 students and their families, of course, as well. So this afternoon, you've heard from our students and how they rely on this important transportation resource. And today we are asking for your financial support. So joining me is Cañada alumni and council member from the city of Redwood City, Elmer Martinez Ceballos. Elmer, right, here you go. Come on up.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, President Lopez, for the warm introduction. I'm Elmer Martinez Ceballos, the newly appointed council member in Redwood City and a proud alum of Cañada College and its middle college program. Thank you, thank you. It is an incredible honor to be here with you all today, back at my campus. For all of those who know me well, you know that I can't utter the words Cañada College without getting a big goofy smile on my face, because this campus holds such a dear place in my heart. Both of my parents immigrated to the United States searching for a new home, a chance to build a thriving future for them and their family. And so naturally, they pushed my brother and I to prioritize education and work hard to pursue our academic passions beyond high school and hopefully in a higher education. But like so many families in Redwood City, North Fair Oaks, and Bellhaven, trying to access higher education came with immense financial and cultural challenges. At Sequoia, I struggled to remain focused in class. I didn't know what was in store for me after graduation. And as the oldest of these two sons, I didn't understand how my family was going to be able to afford to send both of us to college at the same time. And that's when I learned about Cañada's middle college program. Presented with the opportunity to save money and time, I immediately signed up, and thanks to the help of mentors like Michiko, like the Gens, like Hector Camacho, I was connected to some of the most innovative programs this campus has to offer. And with that level of support behind me, I revitalized my academic passions. I enrolled in Professor Field's History of Latinos in the US course, highly recommend. And like Jaime, I actually served as a student senator too, so I have high hopes for you and your peers. And I found my voice on this campus. I became the person I am today thanks to the years of growth, as well as the connections I made here, especially the connections with people from just different paths of life. And that's the beauty of this place. It doesn't serve just one kind of student. This is an engine of social mobility that transforms so many lives. Students like myself who were just trying to lessen that financial burden for their families, working parents who are coming back to school to gain new skills or credentials of value, and newcomers like my parents who were here to learn a new language. So through innovative programs like the transportation services that you've heard today, this place truly changes the trajectory of people's lives and gives them the opportunity to focus on doing their best in the classroom. And hopefully be in a position to give back to this wonderful community in the future. So I urge you all to support Cañada today, expand upon the transformative work being done here for our community. And I just, again, cannot thank everybody enough for inviting me here today. Thank you, President Lopez and the event organizers for thinking of me. Thank you everyone for joining here virtually or in person and to support Cañada and its wonderful programs, and go Colts. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Ceballos. That was a beautiful story. It's just like, oh, don't cry, don't cry. So we are focusing our efforts, and I think you all know this by now, by responding to the immediate needs that our students have to get to campus. Transportation. So on the slide behind me is a suggested breakdown of how your donation can support our students. So our fundraising goal for today is $50,000, and we are looking to each of you to help us, whether it be $25, $50, $75, $100, whatever you're able to provide. Your gift is so appreciated. It's no secret that many of our residents in our community contend with a number of financial hurdles in order to live here, but we believe getting to college should not be one of them. This afternoon, you've heard from our students and on how transportation has been essential for them and how it allows them access to college. Continuing our transportation service relies on the resources and support of our community, so we are asking for your contribution.
So for our in-person attendees, donation cards and a scannable QR code are available at your table to send your gift. And Amy Buckmaster, co-chair of today's luncheon, is holding the card up so no one misses it. Our fundraising goal from today's luncheon is to continue this program. We've gotten partially the way there, 2/3, as I mentioned. We'd like to take it over another third to get us all the way. You heard 226 students are able to avail themselves today of the program. I keep throwing my water across here, but it's all good. It's not open, so no worries. You know what? We could actually auction the water off. I'm thinking about it. 226 avail themselves. There are 500 on the list, folks. Any donation, $5, $10, it'll help. We ask that you support student access and success with a donation.
Yeah, thank you so much, President. So I'd like to thank each and every one of you for attending the President's Luncheon. And Cañada College is truly incredibly fortunate to be in a community filled with passionate, supportive, and generous neighbors who are dedicated to providing access to resources that will improve the lives of its residents and positively impact their futures. Before I close, I would like to give a big shout out and thank you to the Cañada staff who have worked so hard to make today possible, right? So here's a shout out to Megan Rodriguez Antone, to Linda Bertolotti, Hannah Joy Ha, Alessandro Riva, Michiko Keloha, Debbie Joy, Sarah Cortez, Jessica Marshall, Rachel Corrales, our facilities team, the San Mateo County Community Colleges Foundation, and my thanks to the Cañada students, our faculty and staff that have joined us and supported us today. Also, our employees did a beautiful job creating the orchid centerpieces, and they can be yours to take home for $30. Please make your purchase at the registration table. So for those who are interested in taking a tour of our beautiful campus, the weather could not be better. Our tour will include 2 of our newest buildings, which is the Science and Technology Building and our Kinesiology and Wellness Building. So please meet right around the corner here. Oh, there we go. We have our ambassador waving his hand over there. And thank you so, oh, okay. I knew I was going to get someone. This also is being auctioned off at the registration. So anyway, you want to take something home for your family, for your partner, please, $30, actually, whatever you want to contribute. You could have an orchid, right? Everything. I know I'm terrible at this. Anyway, it's okay. I'm so grateful for all of you being here. I'm so sorry. You can never be afraid to ask, but I'm really just grateful for your presence here today and your love and support for our students and for our college. So thank you so much and have a wonderful afternoon.